Hi y'all, welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to do Tom's coming out story. We thought we'd do a series of coming out stories that both inspire and let people know that they're not alone out there, and that if it's hard right now, you know, it does get easier. So
coming out stories are always so unique. I think that's something that LGBTQ people in particular share, is like, what was yours like? Because they're all so nuanced.
They're so different. And in today's day and age with social media and stuff too, I imagine that it's almost harder. Well, if you like what you see today, make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be doing a bunch of these videos. And you can also enjoy our give back videos. If you haven't watched the most recent one with the backyard reno, it's pretty good.
Super cute.
You ready to get started?
Let's get into it.
So when did you first realize that you might be different, and how did that moment feel?
I always tell folks that I have had a unique kind of experience because I have a straight twin brother. So I'm basically like a twin study. So we're fraternal, not identical. More often than not, identical twins will have more similar sexual orientation. I don't know if that's been fact checked, but that's what I understand. So being fraternal, basically obviously two separate individuals in the womb, but I always knew I was different. My twin brother was into all the heteronormative boy things, and whenever we were gifted tractors, we were gifted the same thing because of course we're twins. I was like, oh, I want Barbies, not tractors, from a very young age.
Yeah. And what's one memory from your coming out journey that's burned into your brain, for better or worse?
Well, I was in high school. I participated in sports like football and lacrosse, and I remember there was a moment when I was not yet out, and I was with these teammates of mine from my lacrosse team or something. And I will never forget when they made this super derogatory comment about me being, insert the F word. And I was like, oh. So I feel like that was definitely, and apparently Oliver has something to say. Yeah, you don't like that either?
You don't like
I know that was
word?
me. So,
who was the first person you told, and how did they react?
I think the first people I told were my great gay uncles. My mom's uncle, who was actually my great gay uncle Bruce. But it's also funny because I was so gay that it wasn't I had a really true coming out, it wasn't surprise, you know what I mean? For my family, for my close friends, it was just oh, you finally told us.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
Okay.
Yeah, so shout out to my gay uncles.
Okay. If you could go back and talk to yourself right before coming out, what would you say?
I guess I would just say don't be afraid, I think that as soon as I did, it was oh, this is what it means to be at your authentic self.
Was there a specific moment or turning point when you finally felt like you were free to just be who you were?
This sort of intertwines with my real estate career, because part of what really drove me to start my business at a young age and just be a high achiever, which I think a lot of queer people relate to, is that we are all in systems in society where we're different, and so we feel we really have to step it up to prove our self-worth to ourselves, probably more than anything. But so I feel that is something that a lot of LGBTQ people experience, is just being a high achiever to protect yourself. So for me, when I came out as my senior year in high school, and then the summer going into my sophomore year, or my senior year of high school, I got my real estate license, and I was I'm gonna prove something to myself. And when I sold my first listing and felt that success, I felt you know what, I'm gonna be me and do my thing. And that's when I really felt a sense of confidence and not feeling I have to apologize or try and fit in.
That's great. Would you consider yourself a straight chaser?
I do love me a straight passing. I don't know where that originates from. I think that's part a little bit of the excitement for gays. We all were in locker rooms, closeted, and just, I think there's definitely a lot of gays who have that sort of desire to experience what that's because it's somewhat unrealistic.
How has your relationship with yourself changed since you decided to come out?
Well, I just can't imagine a life not out. I think this is funny because for me, I'm so lucky to have like great family, great friends. Like I don't work in a job where I'm like having to conceal my identity and remove my pronouns from my signature line. You know, like there have been very few environments where I've had to like be conscious of my sexuality.
What is advice that you might give to someone who is thinking of coming out or hasn't done so yet?
My advice would just be like, you got to do it for you. And I think when I moved here to Idaho and met so many gay folks who were in heavily faith-based communities, like strict, scary faith-based communities, where like you come out and then your family,
your entire
community just shuts you out. Yeah. And there's so many gay folks that experience that, especially here in Idaho. And what I've learned and what has been so like crazy is that these folks are waiting till they're like 40, 50, 60. And it's like, you get one, I mean, you probably have multiple lifetimes, but like, I mean, more literally, like you get one life. So, you know, you should go see that drag show. And that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be shouting it at all your employers or, you know, I mean, sure, there's like real world scenarios where it affects your life and you got to be conscientious of that. But coming out and to close family and friends or where it feels comfortable is like liberating for yourself.
Agreed.
Do it for you.
Okay, last question. You ready?
Okay.
Finish this sentence. I knew I was going to be okay when.
I knew I was going to be okay when the direct deposit hit for my first closing as a senior in high school. And I was like, you know what, bitch? This is going to work out. We're going to be just fine. I'm going to be my authentic self, and it's all going to work out.
Okay, we are going to do a rapid fire question round. So you're supposed to just answer as quickly as possible. Who was the first fictional or real character that made you go, ooh, wait a minute?
Tim Gunn, Project Runway.
Oh, okay. What's the most inappropriate crush you've ever had?
Probably like a gym teacher.
What song is guaranteed to make you feel like you're just a little too confident?
Right now it's Cardi B, Pretty and Petty.
Yeah. What's one red flag you always ignore because it's just too hot?
A blank Grindr profile.
That's a good one. Who's your queer hall pass? Celebrity or otherwise?
This is rapid fire.
Yeah.
If we're rapid firing the guy at the protein shop last week.
Ooh. What's your biggest, this might be canceled in 10 years opinion?
I love a good drag queen. And I'm all for like drag kings and all the various types of performers, but I just really love a drag queen.
Love it.
And that could be canceled, you know, like I can see why.
Okay. What's one thing that instantly makes someone 1,000% hotter?
I think if they are like a good conversationalist or like intellectual. You go to all these places and you look at all these boys and they're very attractive, but they know like 4 words. And it's like, okay, cool. You're like attractive. Great. It's so fun being gay.
Honestly,
I can't imagine another life. And gays are taste makers.
And we're super resilient. Like gays are actually the ones that are going to change the world. That's why they're so afraid of us. So
gays and days though, let's be inclusive.
Stay tuned for more episodes of Coming Out. I'm Michael.
And I'm Tom.
Thanks for joining us. Good job, babe.